Now that your large-scale mug is completed, at least the drawing part, and you've outlined it with oil pastel, which will resist the watercolor we're about to use and help you paint in the lines, let's get painting. You are going to have a watercolor palette for you to use with a partner or two today. All of the palettes do have 4 empty slots on purpose, and they do have 2 sets of the rainbow. So they have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. And on top of that, they have turquoise, bright pink, brown, and black. So those are all the colors that you can use to color in your mug. And here I'm going to start by painting all of my ornaments red. Now, like I said before, the oil pastel outline will actually protect the parts of the paper you don't want to paint. So I don't want to paint anywhere outside of my ornaments, and the oil pastel acts like a little tiny wall that keeps the red right inside of there instead of running all over the paper. When using these watercolors, it's very, very, very important to clean your brush extremely well when you change colors. The liquids just mix together so easily, and colors can get ruined very easily that way too, which wastes paint, and we all know I'm not a fan of that. So I cleaned my brush very well before I switched to brown to paint in my reindeer, and I'll just continue painting. Again, cleaning your paintbrush is very important when using this medium watercolor. And I'm going to switch to pink to paint in this little nose. I am going to leave the eyes white because, well, that makes sense to me. And I'm going to do something a little weird. I'm going to paint her antlers pink too. Why not? This is my coffee mug, right? And now it's time to paint the main color of my mug, which is going to be green. So everywhere around the reindeer and around the ornaments is going to be painted green, including the handle. But I'm not going to paint the inside of my mug quite yet. I am going to fill that with a brown shape to be the hot cocoa. Ain't no peekaboo spots allowed round these parts. Make sure you cover everything. Once the main color of the mug is finished, it's time to put a brown oval in the top portion of your mug. It's a little bit of hot cocoa that you can see just over the edge of your mug. So you're going to bring the brown down to this line, but leave a space up here. You don't want your mug to be overflowing, do you? No. So you're not going to fill the entire oval on the top with brown, just about the bottom 2/3 of it. Just like that. And if you want to, you can fill in that white space with a color. I'm going to leave mine white because I have often seen mugs that are colorful on the outside but are white on the inside. Next, you need to pick a color for the background. I'm going to leave the tops of the ornaments white. It kind of looks silver, which is perfect. It got mixed in with the black pastel to turn it grayish silver, so I love it. I'm going to paint the background of this mug yellow. And you can see which colors are which by looking at the side of each little well. And actually, I changed my mind. I'm not going to use yellow for the background. I'm going to use purple. You know I would rather not have any peekaboo spots on the edges of your paper than a clean table. So, to get those edges, you're going to have to paint on the table, but we'll wipe it right off. Okay, painting part's over. Make sure that your paint gets a lid on it so it doesn't dry out or spill. And then move it out of the way because we're going to be making some marshmallows next. To make your marshmallows, you might want to get rid of your paper for a second and clean up to get your head straight for this next part. You're going to need a small piece of white paper, some glue, and a Sharpie to draw these marshmallows. Oh, and scissors to cut them out. You get to decide what size and how many marshmallows you are going to have in your hot cocoa drink. I've decided to put 2 giant marshmallows in mine. And to make my marshmallows look 3D, just like the mug, I'm going to start with an oval on top and then a U on the bottom. Then I'm going to cut out my marshmallows and glue them wherever I want in the hot cocoa. Just a dot, not a lot, is needed when gluing. If you get glue anywhere you don't want it, it dries clear, so it's no worry. My hot cocoa looks delicious. I wish I had seriously this big of a mug so that I could drink like a gallon of hot cocoa. That's what's cool about large-scale paintings. They're interesting. They make you think outside the box. I hope you had a good old time. Happy holidays. Put this in the drying rack. See you later.